Welcome, North Node and Aries. This is Mystic Kelly Soul. My name is Lisa, and I am bringing you another North Node tarot reading today. So, last time I did these, I gave a little description on your, what is the North Node. If you're unfamiliar with your North Node, please refer to your astrological birth chart. But yeah, so lighting issues, always with the lighting issues. Yeah, so the North Node generally is kind of like a point of destiny in this incarnation for you. So if your North Node is in Aries, that means that your South Node is in Libra, and that means that the Libra energy is sort of where you're coming from, or it's kind of like the energy or the aspects of yourself that you mastered in previous lifetimes. Whereas the Aries energy is more what you're working towards, maybe kind of just outside your comfort zone, and, is something that you are meant to adapt into or incorporate into your personality over your time, as you evolve, as you learn your lessons in life. So it is also said that if you follow the path of your North Node, or if you kind of incorporate these energies into your life path, that you will have a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. So I feel like the North Node is a little bit slept on, and thus I wanted to kind of highlight it in some tarot readings as I start my channel. So thank you all for joining me. My sun is in Aries, and my husband is in Aries. My son is also in Aries, and his North Node is in Aries. So there's lots of Aries energy in my life, and I am, I'm a little, sensitive to Aries. So yes, I live on a busy street, and I probably should close the windows, but it's like really, really hot right now, and I don't want to put the AC on. Like, we've had the AC on every single day, and just trying to not have it on. But yeah, so I apologize for the traffic noises. So the lighting's janky, the traffic noises are janky, but we're gonna make it do what it do. So I will try to position myself so that the lighting is not terrible, but anyway. So we're going to start the reading with some messages from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And let's get into it. So yeah, if your North Node is in Aries, some of the energies or aspects of self that you're meant to embrace or move towards in this life is to be active, ambitious, assertive, free, courageous, individualistic, self-assured. Okay, so those are some of the aspects that you are meant to embrace. Hold on a second. I probably should have figured this out before I came on, but it is what it is. And so if your South Node is in Libra, that means, we got our cards already. That means that the energy that you express sort of unconsciously, or, the energy that you're coming from previous lives, is being affable, aesthetic, artistic, balanced, charming, cooperative, refined, social, and gracious. Okay, so I'm going to go with these cards that we got. These jumped out. We've got the starfish, or sea star, as some people call it, and the unicorn. Okay, so this is for North Node and Aries. This is for the energy coming in and what your spirit guides, ancestors, angels would like for you to know. Okay? So we're going to read starfish first. I mean, the sea star is very beautiful. Look at that design on there. It's very beautiful. Trying to kind of get a good shot of it. The sea star is sort of mesmerizing. There we go. You know, there may be an aspect of yourself that you are, you know, proud of how you look, or like just kind of feeling yourself on an aesthetic level. Sorry, I'm looking in the book while I'm talking, and it's not really working out great. So I'm gonna just look. Okay, there we go. Right. So the sea star. Let's read. The sea star is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with sea star energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper calling. When this card appears, it is important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put to the side to please others? Okay, so when in balance, uplifting, artistic, expressive. When out of balance, gossip, feels empty. Okay, to bring into balance, positive friends. So, yeah, I mean, people who nurture the real you, people who appreciate you for you. And it said positive friends. So it's also like people who will be uplifting to you. Okay. People who maybe bring out the best in you. And if you don't have those people, you know, put yourself in situations where you might attract those people, right? Part of the reason why I wanted to come on here and do a YouTube channel is to attract like-minded people. I moved to California a few years ago, and I was working a lot, and didn't really have time to make friends like that. And you know, I have friends back east, but I just feel like that's something that I want in my life a little bit more is like-minded people and people who, you know, appreciate me for me. Yeah, so that is definitely something that spirit would like for you to know, North Node and Aries. And then also the unicorn, which is another very beautiful animal. I mean, creature, because it's maybe not really an animal, or maybe once was an animal. But yeah, the unicorn is a very magnificent creature too. So that's interesting that North Node and Aries, you got two very like prolific animals, very you know, animals that represent visual interest. Because as an Aries, you know, that's part of who you are, is to be like out there and, you know, to be the star of the show, to be the center of attention, right? So this is very much Aries type energy. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there's something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for answers. So, North Node in Aries, this feels like a welcome, Stebo 86er. Oh, Libra moon, Libra rising. I wonder what your North Node is. So I'm going to just continue because if people pop into the chat, I get distracted, start chatting. But yeah, so it feels like Spirit is, definitely trying. Oh, North Node in Aries. Okay, cool. Is really trying to convey to you that there is something to look for on a deeper level in yourself. There could be a tendency as a South Node in Libra to people please. I know as a Libra rising, I'm also a Libra rising, that, we have a tendency to, want to people please or, to be more conciliatory than we actually are. Just because we don't want to ruffle feathers. We want things to be balanced and even and pretty and nice, but, the unicorn card indicates looking at yourself on a deeper level, finding the unicorn within, asking questions, and, the sea star with this card sort of indicates, that you are some kind of treasure here, right? Like, you are the treasure. Positive friends was the suggestion here. And then, activating your third eye or first eye, as some people call it, is the unicorn. And, activating your intuition. So maybe sensing people who, don't necessarily intend your best and highest good, situations that aren't for your best and highest good, and really allowing yourself to tap into, that kind of third eye awakening where your intuition really helps you to navigate situations, that are for your best and highest good, or situations maybe that aren't, and to kind of like remove yourself from that. So we're going to move on to the Mythical Goddess Tarot. And we're going to ask Spirit for some challenges to be mindful of. We'll ask Spirit, what does North Node in Aries need to be mindful of right now in terms of challenges? And what are some actions for them to take for their best and highest good? I apologize for the lighting. I really don't know what to do, but this is kind of like the coolest room, and I don't want to turn on the AC, and anyway, you don't need to hear about all my issues, but I do apologize for the lighting situation and the traffic noise. All right, so we are asking Spirit, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides. What does North Node in Aries need to hear right now for the challenges that they're facing? What challenges do they need to be mindful of? And what actions can they take for their best and highest good? Oh my gosh, the heat, I feel hot air like coming in through the window. It's ridiculous. It feels like the opposite of AC. Well, I guess that would be heat or a heater. Duh. I think the heat is frying my brain. All right, some challenges for North Node in Aries that they need to be mindful of. Challenges for North Node in Aries. Challenges for North Node in Aries. We got Power, Lilith, the Lilith card. Possibly some power struggles going on. Or maybe that is a challenge for you to express your own power. As a South Node in Libra, we discussed that already, the tendency to kind of want to keep things copacetic and not necessarily initiate. Ooh, that's always fun. You guys got Kali, North Node in Aries, which is the Death card in this deck. And then the Lilith card, I mean, it does say power, but that's strength. That is the Strength card. Okay, so North Node in Aries, there are some big things happening. These are the major arcana cards in this deck, or these are two of the major arcana cards. So, you know, if you're familiar with the tarot, like if you get two major arcana in a reading where you're only pulling two cards, that could signify a big change or like kind of like a major life shift or a cycle either coming to conclusion or a new cycle that you're headed into versus the minor arcana, which are just kind of like the minutia of life. You know, so your challenges could indicate, like, again, a big cycle that you are coming out of or headed into. Okay, so take that as it resonates. I will read from the book, but it's interesting that you also got Aries. Like, so this Strength card is represented by Aries. And you know, is there some challenge with expressing your strength or expressing your will in, I don't know, business or relationships? Is this the time now to maybe recognize your strength, recognize your power, but almost like with the other cards that we got, like the unicorn and the sea star, because it said positive friends and third eye activation. You know, this may not be the time to like be a yes man or yes woman, right? Kind of helping everybody out, spreading yourself too thin. This could be a time where, you know, you should be cultivating your own power and really deciding, like, what do I stand on, right? What is the best for me? You know, how do I protect my peace? It literally feels like a heater. Like, it feels like I'm sitting next to a heater. This is ridiculous. Sorry. I shouldn't be complaining during your reading. Okay. And Kali is the Death card, which, as you know, death signifies a big change, right? Like, you know, something being completed, something in your life that you're putting to rest. And, you know, with the full moon coming up, you know, actually, this could have the moon in both cards, which is sort of interesting. And it's like a yellow moon in both cards, like a full moon. So, you know, this could also be some sort of indication that whatever challenges you may face right now, this could indicate that doing a full moon ritual in which you let go and release of something that is not serving you, something that you feel strongly about that's not serving you. Perhaps it is maybe a fear or doubt or something in stepping into your own power. This could be like a really good time to let go and release that. And also, with positive people. I don't know what your situation is, but if you feel like you lack positive people, this could be a good opportunity to, do a ritual with the full moon in saying, I let go and release toxic relationships. I let go and release, anybody that is not for my best and highest good, so that you can make space for those positive relationships. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book because I like doing that. And let's find Lilith. Okay. Lilith, like I said, is Aries. Here we go. Lilith is the goddess of wanton sexual power who can never be overtaken or manipulated. Originally an ancient Sumerian goddess, she was later morphed by the Hebrews into the first female on Earth. Unwilling to be subservient to Adam, Lilith not only left him, but used her wiles to trick God into giving her wings, so that she was able to fly far from Eden into the desert. She brought agriculture to the people, and she is the protector of children and women in childbirth. Beautiful Lilith flies above the shackles of this world on her wings of freedom. Her taloned feet are her foundation of wilderness and power. Lilith's fiery, independent Aries spirit is without compromise, insisting through her very nature that women are beings of equality, answerable to no one. She is sexual freedom and expression, a leader who empowers others. Lilith teaches you to trust your own core power. Take the lead in your life and go for it. So this is very in line with what we were saying with, the unicorn and tapping into your intuition, recognizing that you are the unicorn, like you are the magical creature. Okay. So in the full expression of your sexual energy and unbridled power of authority, you show uncompromising loyalty to your own inner passion. Your own authenticity is at issue. This is the time to let loose the strength of your desire and focus on your goals to take you where you deserve to be. Okay, so I hope this is empowering you, North Node in Aries, to believe in yourself and to understand that you don't need to compromise who you are and what you believe in order to, make other people feel comfortable. Okay, and then you got two very, very strong goddesses here. You have Kali, Death, Scorpio. Okay, so she's the energy of Scorpio. Kali, the fierce ancient Hindu goddess, is the very power of death and resurrection. She devours time and transcends all form. She brings massive and total transition. Kali is the dancing goddess who has the power to destroy all life and yet is the liberated deity who is free from all attachment to form. Kali's uncontrollable force of destruction heralds massive and often sudden transformation, bringing ultimate freedom from the human condition. Her red tongue consumes all, and the lifeless heads that adorn her symbolize the destruction of ignorance and the beginning of wisdom. The severed head in her hand symbolizes the disconnect from false knowledge and illusion that results from addiction to the world of form. Kali assists you in facing your fear of pain and loss, that you may be free to receive her protection and move forward. During times in your life when it seems your world is coming to an end, Kali provides the constant reassurance that through the Scorpio cycles of death and destruction, of outmoded form, rebirth comes. Through the shedding of what no longer serves you comes ultimate freedom. So these two very powerful goddesses, they're not the, how should I put this? They're not like happy Susie sunshine goddesses. These are more like goddesses that are like, fuck that, like all this shit is going down, like yeah, like they're with the shits, like they are not going to take any BS. And you know, this could be an indication that this is a challenge for you. You could be tolerating BS, and this is a sign that no, you're not. You're no longer okay. That ends now. That ends here. The full moon ritual. You're like, I'm not tolerating any more BS. So you know, take that as it resonates. I don't want to project too much, but you get the drift. Like you get the message. Okay, so we're going to end the reading with some chakra affirmation cards. My little homemade rinky-dink chakra affirmation cards, because I don't have a real deck of chakra affirmation cards, so I made my own. Okay, so we want 2 messages for North Node and Aries. Spirit, give us 2 North Node and Aries, 2 messages for North Node and Aries that will lift their spirits for their best and highest good. Okay, so the first one is, I love and accept myself. I love that for you. I love and accept myself. So I mentioned this on my last reading, or the last North Node readings that I did, that I like to do chakra affirmations in the morning when you're in between that sleeping and waking. Kind of your subconscious mind is a little bit easier to program. And, you know, your conscious mind hasn't completely taken over yet. So it's a good time to do the chakra affirmations. Okay, and then one more. Okay, I honor the sacred body in which my soul resides. So your chakra affirmations are, I love and accept myself, even when you're Kali, right? Even when you're the destroyer. And I honor the sacred body in which my soul resides. Okay, so I hope that you found this reading helpful and beneficial, North Node and Aries. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Stebo86er. I hope I'm saying your name right. And I will see you all in the next video. Okay, bye.